What's up? It's your boy Karceno here. Let me get some light going on up in here. I don't know what's going on with these people out there, but look, I'm gonna tell you straight up. What I saw today from the Floyd Mayweather training camp and the workout camp, hell, it just might be his last fight. Who knows? Um, Today was just a day that it was another day at the office, but it looked like the last day at the office. And we're getting close to probably the last fight of Floyd Mayweather's career. And he's not looking at it like that. He's looking at it mostly just like it's another fight, and that's the way you're supposed to approach it. But today he gave y'all sparring. Something y'all never thought y'all would see. And I don't know why people keep saying this. It never happened before. Oh my God, Floyd Mayweather has never sparred live. He sparred Omar Henry, rest in peace, live. Okay, streamed live, his sparring session with Omar Henry. And he didn't ever have to do that. And it's on YouTube. People can watch it over and over again. And Omar Henry passed away like the very next year to pancreatic cancer. And he was only like 24. So, and I actually knew Omar Henry. So, you know, he was from Chicago. And actually, his family and I were very close. His brother Mark, his older brother Mark, we were so close, like we hung out a lot. You know, I was older than them, so they were like Q and them. They was running with me. They was just rolling with the older guy, you know. But I was never. I never in my wildest dream would think Omar would get sick and die just the way he did. It was just crazy. You know, a guy like that getting pancreatic cancer, you know, it was very rare. And it's a shock that, you know, it's just like he was undefeated. He retired, well, didn't retire, but he left this earth never being beaten in a professional boxing ring. And he sparred Floyd Mayweather, and there was a lot of controversy as Floyd was killing him in camp, making him look bad, and Floyd said that he was going to spar live, so let everybody see for themselves. And he gave that to him, and Floyd didn't have to do that. He did not have to make that session live, and I thank him for that. Because I recommended to Floyd that he fight, that he go ahead and use Omar Henry for a sparring partner. And he said, yeah, that's who we were looking at anyway. I said, okay. Well, that's good, and you know, to bring him in the fold, and that's that. But yeah, from everybody talking about Berto and like he's nothing. I've been hearing all that. Like, man, Jesus, this week, like, man, Guerrero gave him 2 black eyes. I'm like, that don't mean anything. It's all about styles. Certain people match up different against certain people. You know, Frazier couldn't do anything with George Foreman, but would look good against Ali. Ali could hold his own with Foreman and have a hell of a time with Frazier. So it's people's styles that's going to make the fight. And his style, Floyd doesn't fight like Guerrero. You know, Floyd's going to wait for openings. See if Berto makes some mistakes and then close. Berto throwing everything with murderous intent. He's sparring my guy in gym. Kenny Sims Jr. is working with him. He worked with Pacquiao. Now he's working with, and he's still undefeated from the Chi-Town too. And he's telling me like, man, Berto's like, man, hits like a tank. Even when you block it, He's like, that stuff could probably pop your arm. He's hitting so hard. He throws everything with like his whole body. But Berto problem is he don't jab enough. And in the camp, Virgil Hunter is probably halfway asleep or woke. You don't know. He's got them sunglasses on. He can't see anyway, so he's just there to get a check. And good thing he got Andre Ward. But Floyd's gonna win regardless, not because he's gonna beat Floyd Mayweather and he's the favorite. He actually don't sleep on opponents. He actually knows that this is a threat for him. He looks at Berto as a dangerous opponent for him, and he doesn't underestimate him. And we got to do better as reporters. We have no questions. I saw some of the dumbest questions in the world. And I was happy to see Dante Nation get some questions in. And I was like, man, go ahead, Dante's Nation, man. He finna get a chance to ask Floyd some questions. And I listened to those questions and I'm like, what is he doing? Like, dude, if you're looking at this video, what was you thinking? You sound like a fanboy. Ask some real questions. I mean, this is your chance you with the big boys. You at the big man's table. Ask some questions, some real questions. That's when you're going to get a response. Ask some real boxing questions. I'm like, I understand the rest of the major public, they write for everything. They got soccer, baseball, they write for everything. CNN, Sports Illustrated, all these other people from all these Yahoo Sports. Boxing, this is just something they're doing because it's Floyd Mayweather. You're Dante's Boxing Nation. You should have had questions prepared for this. You should have known, like, you got to come with it. Because this is going to be replayed over and over and over and over again. And people are going to hear your questions. And you shouldn't have come off tabloidish. That tabloidy stuff, like, he don't care about that. Let's talk about something that nobody else is going to ask him. Boxing questions. I'm not hating on you. So people will be, you're a hater. Why weren't you there? The reason why I wasn't there is because I wasn't needed to be there. Why am I going to spend all this money to fly to Vegas, do this press conference, get on a plane, fly all the way back to Vegas to get the same thing I can get right off YouTube? I can just take the footage off YouTube, put it on the website, done dilla. There's nothing else for me to do. So there it is. But my thoughts on the whole thing is, well, we really didn't get to see that much. Like something that we could really make an opinion on. So I would just say, good sparring session. Way to go, Floyd. And it was entertaining to see, some of the fighters and how his approach is. But he's Floyd. Floyd is endlessly with energy. Has he lost a step? A guy said, be honest, Karceno, do you think Floyd's losing a step? Do I think he could do stuff that he did 10 years ago? No. He could possibly do it if he wanted to, but your mind state changes when you get older. See, you guys are young now, so you don't understand it. When you get older, your body is on alert for things more without you even telling it to be. It's more aware of situations. So it's not that you're paranoid. It's that your body is more about self-preservation because you have to protect yourself more than it is about going out and being fearless. Like when you're young, 20, you can take a hit, fall down, jump on something, flip or do a flip, fall on your back, get up. When you're in your late 30s, you think, hey, I can't be falling down. I can have a bruised back. I got to go to work on Monday, you know. Your body heals differently, you know. This don't apply to me. I'm supernatural, so this is for the rest of you earthlings that, you know, that this don't apply to me. I could fall down right now, get up, and still. I'm from a whole different era, so don't even put me in that bracket. I came up with like raised in a steel yard, you know, so that stuff don't bother me. If something was broke on me, I wouldn't even know it probably. We'd still keep moving. The mentality is different. But I'm on my way to the movies. And if anybody knows me, they know that's what I love to do. And I'm glad you like the hip hop videos too. Follow all the playlists, the hip hop top 5 playlists, the truth about the hip hop videos. Follow those 2 playlists right there. And that's all you need to do. And subscribe. You know, I never really say that, but maybe that'll help y'all out. If y'all subscribe, y'all get to see the videos quicker or something. I don't know. So, shout out to my boy Drew, one of my longest friends, and that's on YouTube. Has been knowing me since, what, 7th grade? I think Drew came around like maybe 7th or 8th grade. So, since 7th or 8th grade, the longest friend I've had on this network, Drew, actually graduated together too. I almost forgot until I looked in the yearbook one day and I saw I'm like, yeah, that's right, we came out the same year. So, yep, we graduated together, went to the same high school and everything. But you came from Leo, I think. I think you transferred over from Leo or something, or St. Rita, one of them. But shouts out to him. Shouts out to Data. Data, I got to get that phone charged. If my phone won't charge up, I got to get that number out of that phone so I can send it to you. And I'm out.